Alrighty. Y'all ready to first find Love or Die Trying? Update in case this is your first stream or you haven't watched the other parts or you missed a part. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you should probably go back and watch those because it's a plot heavy game. I hope this isn't too loud for you guys. This is very loud on my end. It's just a loud game. So what happened? Lots of memory stuff. We've played every girl now. We've dated it. We've gone on a couple dates with every girl now. And last we left off, we were about to go on one date with every girl. And I'm gonna go on every date. It's 5 dates, I believe, in total. Maybe it was 10 dates. I hope it wasn't. But yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what's up. And maybe this time we'll get out. Probably not. Probably not. Shit. Nope. That one. That one. Found Scarlet inside the library, the place I'd most often meet her for the first time. She always looked so happy when she was reading. It did the heart good to try to make her smile in the same way when I talked with her. We became fast friends again. The similarity of our situations might have played a part in that. Still, I'm not sure why Allie insisted on me going on a date with Scarlet today. That's right. Oh yeah, Allie knows what's up. I also have, me and Allie both have our memories from the previous runs now. So, yeah. They're gonna help us get out of here. Because Allie knows what's going on. So Allie's the real, the OG. I should go for a nap if you can't tell. Sure, getting her memories back will be a huge win, but fuck, I can't remember the voices. Hey, Scarlet, Sunny. I'm glad you're safe. Things are going crazy out there. What's happening? I know it sounds crazy, but there's a horde of zombies outside. The Brothers 5 and a lot of our behind-the-scenes help went crazy, and Scarlet, you did this, didn't you? Wait, what? I've been here the whole time with Sunny. I couldn't have. I've never heard of anything like this. Wait, what? Okay, that's new. Because we couldn't date her the second round, but in the first episode, she was one of the first ones we dated, and that was she made the zombies. That was our first date. Hold up, back up. Can I get a rewind? Shit, I don't remember the rewind button. Go back. Shit. Shoot. I wish I could have watched my playback. I didn't think about it. I could have watched my playback and seen what happened. I don't know which one to pick. I can vouch for her. We've both been here since our date started. Well, either way, I bet you can create a cure for it now. I mean, I probably could, but I need my equipment. I'm not sure why, but I can't find it anywhere. Follow me. You can use our lab. We followed Kat to the games room. Kate put her hand against the wall of the games room, revealing a hidden trapdoor. She walked in and beckoned for us to follow. We walked down spiraling stairs for who knew how long. I lost track more than a few times. I remember this place. You should have everything you need. You should have everything you need in this room to make a cure. Just don't go snooping around. This lab belongs to R&D, and we could all get in trouble if you do. Actually, this place doesn't have everything I need. What else do you need? I'm sorry, these voices are shite today. To build a cure, I'm going to need a sample of whatever this is. I need a live specimen. I'm sure you can help with that, Sonny. I've got some editing that needs my attention. You got this. And just like that, she was gone. Makes you feel better. I'll help you catch somebody. You sure? If you're the only one who can make the cure, then it might be better for you to stay back. No thanks. There's no way I'm letting you out there alone. I don't really think I'm weird, but I've just got this feeling that it'd be pretty good at collecting unwilling zombie specimens. That is weird, but in this case, she's absolutely correct. Some memories must be intact, even if they're kept below the surface. Well, let's get on with this. We went back up to the surface. Everywhere we looked was overrun by zombies. We wouldn't stand a chance against the group, so we spent the day trying to split them up as well as searching for lone wolves. Brains. Bananas. We're in luck. We finally got an isolated sample. How are we supposed to bring him in, though? One bite and you're finished. I've got just the thing. Scarlet pulled out a pair of brass knuckles. Hello? From where? You have no pockets. You pull that shit out of your titties? Where did you even... Is that really important right now? Am I looking the other way for a second? It's embarrassing. Sure, Scarlet. I turned around. Brains. Bananas. I hope your health insurance covers this. Once more, with feeling. Were you the bad guys? We dragged them back to the mansion, paying careful attention to not run into any more zombies running amok. Scarlet opened the hidden trapdoor in the games room and I pulled Four's unconscious body in. Oh, fuck. My hand slipped, causing Four's body to tumble down the stairs. Bonk, bonk, bonk. You just kept going and going. I know, I'll get him. Better get him quick, or we're not going to have a live specimen. Luckily, I managed to catch him pretty quickly. We put him on the operating table for Scarlet to analyze. Interesting. What's up, Scarlet? This virus, it's pretty clear it's man-made. Even more interesting is that it looks like something I would make. Not that I've made zombie viruses, Sonny. Yes, you have. It's kind of cute how you try to hide it. Cat, you there? Weird. I thought Cat was supposed to be able to hear us from anywhere on the island. Maybe there's no microphones all the way down here. I guess so. I was going to tell her we've got the cure now. Sweet. Great work, Scarlet. You bet I did. We administered the cure to Four, then went back upstairs together. Cat, you there? What's up, Scarlet? What's up, Scarlet? I've been waiting hours for you guys. You two done yet? We've got the cure now. We'll need your people's help to help administer it. We'll be right on it. Lay low for now. We're coming to get you. In the meantime, Sonny, why is she flirty right now? This is not a flirty situation. In the meantime, Sonny, how about you tell me about yourself? Be my pleasure. With Cat's help, we managed to quell the zombie plague with just enough time left in the day for a lovely dinner with Scarlet. After that, I went for a night walk with Allie to somewhere safe from prying eyes. You should buy a girl dinner first before you murder her in the woods, you know. I think I found the way to bring the others' memories back. You found their lab, didn't you? Pretty much. Sweet. I wasn't sure how to get back there after they shipped us out of there. So that's a huge win. So where is it? There's a secret trapdoor in the games room. You just have to press a hidden panel on the wall. That said, how are we supposed to get in without being seen? There's cameras everywhere, and Scarlet and I were only allowed to enter because of the whole pandemic. Don't you worry about that. I've got an inside man. Ford's going to be helping us override a few cameras and microphones in the mansion with old recordings. Ford? That way we can get in and stay inside long enough to get their memories back without raising any sort of fuss. The brother that we KO'd today down the stairs? What's that look for? I'm surprised he's still standing after today, to be honest. I wouldn't work with people who go down that easy. Was Ford always working with you? Nope, never till now. But we can't afford to refuse his help. I've had him prove he's trustworthy. Don't worry, you can count on him. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, we have everything we need for the first part of the plan. Up for a trip down memory lane together? Sounds like a plan. You guys have to see this, trust me. Oh, I'm getting a little terror there. Allie put her hand against the secret panel. A second later, the wall parted to reveal the winding staircase Ford became intimately and repeatedly familiar with. Did Allie prove Ford's trust before or after his little trip on the stairs? Well, you guys found my secret spot already? I'm sorry, what? I found this place this morning. I sat near the top of the stairs and played for a while. It was more fun to play in the dark. Hold me back, Sonny. Allie explained the situation as we walked down the stairs. Sure enough, they were skeptical, except for Scarlet. Okay, your story makes a little more sense when you come down there. We walked towards the machines in a mixture of awe and fear. The markings on this machine. My father's company made these. Why? They didn't. Not my baby. I'm sorry, everyone. I wish what I had to say wasn't true, but it is. I don't know why we're being kept here, why they film the show over and over, but I know that if we don't escape and fast, they're going to kill us sooner or later. Sonny and I are going to do our very best to make sure all of us get out of here alive. But to do that, I need you to trust me. Trust you with what? I need you to trust me enough to step back into the tanks they kept you in. For us to escape, we need all of us to have our memories back. Otherwise, you won't trust us enough. I'd be quite foolish to just step into this tank because someone said so. Violet, you can trust her. Excuse me. I know she's telling the truth about this machine because I built this. Allie. This isn't the first time we've met, is it? No, it isn't. We've gotten to know each other quite a few times by now. It's a strange feeling. On one hand, this is horrible. On the other, I'm glad that the machine works. Maybe one day we'll put it to use the way it should be. Alright, I'll trust you. We just walk back into the machine? Thank you, Violet. I know it'll be difficult to trust me, so I appreciate it. There's a machine that should have your name on it. Go into it, and then Sonny and I will start the reversal process. I do hope this works. It should, but it might hurt a bit. Do spare me from the details, please. Scarlet and Violet walk to their respective machines. I don't really get it, but I trust you, Sonny. And besides, I got a thing for big things made out of metal. They're like mecha. I guess? Is this going to hurt? It is. I'm sorry, Yui. Don't be, Sonny. I'm happy you wouldn't lie to me. It makes me even more sure to trust you. Here we go, Yui. Let's do this. Alright, they're in their tanks. Let's do this, Sonny. On it. Even if it wasn't necessary for all of us, their screams from the reversal process were almost more than I could take. Allie and I covered our ears as Violet, Scarlet, Yui, and Tara remembered years of memories in a matter of minutes. After doing all this, we better be getting out of here. Violet, Scarlet, Yui, and Tara stepped out of their tanks after what must have felt like hours to them. Guys, you okay? It's probably the time to mention it, but I made a bet with 4 about what would happen when they got their memories back. What did you bet? I'm gonna watch from a safer distance if you don't mind. If looks could kill, the girls that had just gotten out of the tanks would have killed me several times over. They ran to me yelling and screaming. You 5-timing little cheater. Wait, I can explain. Too late, they were on me like hyenas. Why are they mad at me? It's literally a game show. Now that we've all calmed down, how about we go over the escape plan? That better be good, Allie. For your sake, Sonny. Out with it then. Alright, let's not. Over the next hour, Allie explained her plan from start to finish. Trust me, it's the best we've got. This is our plan. We're doomed. Shit. Congrats, Sonny. You made it to day 2. You really gave our audience a run for their money yesterday with Scarlet. And that's before we got the zombies involved, believe it or not. I'm glad to hear that. Think you'll choose Scarlet at the end of this? Too early to say. I figure it's best to make things seem uncertain as possible, and not get too focused on any one girl. Kat said that getting low ratings during the show could end up with them shutting it down early. If that happened this time, then game over. The only reason why we're able to make these moves right now is because Allie's machine glitched out. Who knows if that would ever happen again. There's no room for error. Too early to say right now, but she's definitely up there, Kat. I like the sound of that. But you know what I like even more? Drama. And what better way to start the fire than a full-day date with another woman? If it ain't broke. So who's it gonna be? Have you ever noticed there's only one room in the mansion that's locked? Nope, not even a bit. Really? It's right by the games room and it's not the hidden one. I'm starting to understand why you've been stuck here all this time. I was snooping around at night looking for snacks when I saw Kat open it, using a black key that she kept on a key ring in her pocket. It's definitely a master key. I've seen her use the same key both in the mansion as well as on other buildings. Sounds like it'd be pretty good to get our hands on that. Exactly. If you give me that key for even a minute, I can make a mold of it and we can use as a duplicate key. I'm betting that would be pretty helpful for helping us get out of here, to put it lightly. That's awesome, but wouldn't Kat notice her master key going missing? You're absolutely right, especially if you or I tried to take it. I'm feeling a bug coming. But it won't be you or I taking it. Tomorrow, ask to take Yui on a date. Let me go get Yui. By the end of tonight, you'll both understand why it has to be you two. I'd say sounds like a plan, but I have no idea what's going on. Okay. Trust me, Sonny. When have I ever been wrong? I could list every single date we've been on as evidence. Those don't count. You. There's just something about her, you know? We'll make it happen. It was the first date since getting all of the girls' memories back. We went for a walk out in the woods the same day we had when we truly had met again for the first time. It was a little awkward at first figuring out how to not give away what we knew on camera, but we figured it out pretty quick. It's so nice to see you again, Sonny. I feel the same way, Yui. After all this time, it's gotta be fate, hasn't it? It must be. To be honest, I feel a little like things are going a little over my head. This show of meeting you again, everything, it's just moving so fast. Sometimes I feel like everything's just moving too fast for me to keep up. But with you, everything feels alright. Like I know it's gonna be okay. Would it be okay if we just spend today this way? She leaned in closer and put her arms around me. I wouldn't have it any other way, Yui. Wait a minute, what about getting the master key? I can tell from your face what you're thinking about. Don't worry, I've got that covered. Bun Bun Bun. Bun 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 darted out of a nearby bush and ran to Yui's side. He's a good boy. You're a good boy. She picked him up and hugged him tight. It was impossible not to smile. Almost forgot. Bun Bun Bun. Hunt! Bun 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 leapt out of her arms and dashed towards the mansion. And with that out of the way, how about we walk for a little longer? What just happened? She reached for my hand and held it tight. I'd like that. We walked and talked for hours. When we took breaks, we lay next to each other on the grass, talking about anything and everything. Yui's a lovely girl. At times I remembered how dire the situation we were in, and I could not but freeze up. But with Yui, I'm never afraid to face those fears. She makes me braver with just a smile on my face. Nope. Just a smile. I fucked up that line. Even when she couldn't ask directly about what was on my mind, she found ways to comfort me despite that. And in turn, to make her smile made me feel lighter than air. A life with her would be wonderful. I've got to make sure to get us all out of here safe. Sonny? Yeah? I love you, Sonny. I hope we can spend another day together just like this soon. Me too, Yui. We went back to the mansion together hand in hand and went our separate ways. Sonny, you would not believe what happened to me today. What happened, Cat? I got attacked by some kind of forest monster. It was at least 10 feet tall and monstrous teeth, and there was at least 5 of them. I took everything I had to not laugh. Luckily, I managed to fight them off without any permanent injury. I made sure that Ford deleted the footage. That shit was both embarrassing and traumatic. That's good to know. This is the worst run yet. What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing. I've just had a long day. I'll bet. You should get some rest while you have the chance. 5 forest beasts is nothing to sniff at. You're making fun of me, aren't you? Not at all, Cat. Forest beast affects 1 in 10 people. It could happen to you. Right. I'll see you later, Sonny. Good night, Sonny. Mission success. I can't believe that worked. How'd you train your pet bunny to do all that? It's all thanks to our special training last night. I may have made a few contracts with a few devils from the forest, but... I'm sorry, what? I'm half kidding, don't worry about it. Which half? Are the keys ready to use? Not yet, which sucks. It's going to take a little longer for the makeshift plaster to set in. Where'd you get that plaster from, by the way? Believe me, knowing more about how we got it will not make you any happier as a person. I'm cool with not knowing. Anyway, the keys will probably be usable by tomorrow morning, but you'll have to have your next date by then. We'll test them out as soon as it's night tomorrow. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Awesome! Let's go, team! How about you let the rest of the girls know, Sonny? Forrest disabled the audio recordings in the house at night, so we should be good to talk back up there. I'll let them know. I walk back up the staircase back to the mansion. Where are they? I can hear some sounds from the kitchen. I'll make my way over. Hey Violet, how are you? Goodness, apologize, Sonny, I didn't see you there. You seemed pretty deep in thought. What's on your mind? Besides to say hundreds of different versions of memories of the same week, I'm worried for the people back home. Yui has her brothers to worry about, though she tries not to burden anyone with that feeling. Everyone has family out there, and who knows what's happened to them in the last, well, however long we've been trapped here. I've never gotten along with my parents that well, but even so, they must be worried sick. I'm sure they're doing fine, Violet. And they're gonna be so happy to see you again. You're right, Sonny. There's no way you could know that for sure, could you? I guess so, but we've gotta believe, right? I suppose you're right once again, Sonny. When we finally escape this dreadful place, I'm going to hold them so tight. It's kind of funny. What is it, Violet? I thought you had a twin sister, right? Yeah, you did. Her name was Viola? That would be her. She was always my parents' favorite. You know the type. She came first in just about everything, while I did not. And even so, we got along just fine. I was proud to call her my sister. Then there was the accident. She saw the car before I did. She moved to protect me before I could, and in the end, she was hit before I was, and she died for it. Fuck. I'm so sorry, Violet. Before then, I had no problem being second place to her. But for her sake, for just that one time, I wish I had come in first. I'm oversharing. Hunt, I apologize. It's okay, Violet. Just say what you're feeling. You're kind, Sonny. That's something I adore about you, you know? After Viola died, I did my very best to live up to the standard she set for my parents. You can probably guess how well that went. I wasn't as good as running the business or paying prim and proper, or even things like finding a partner. It's a little embarrassing. Really, that's the whole reason why I came here. My parents saw an ad for the show and thought it might help me. Or perhaps they just wanted to kick me out of the house, to make more room for my new baby brother. I couldn't resist the chance for them to support me for once. At times I feel like I can't do anything right. Look at how this show has developed. This is a nightmare in every regard. Violet. Yes. I held her in my arms tightly. You're an incredible woman, and believe me, there's nothing you can't do. I've seen you put the fear of God into the brothers' vibe and make delicious meals that some people would probably kill for. Even if this is a nightmare, it's one we're going to get out of together, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you. You are too kind. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. But enough about me. Have you remembered anything about why you came here? Fortunately, I haven't, but I'm hoping that the Master Key we pilfered will help with that. I hope so, for your sake. In the event where it does not provide any answers, my previous offer about finding you help outside of here to get your memories back stands. Thanks, Violet. I really appreciate that. It is the least I could do. I still fancy you quite a bit, you know? Yeah, that's a problem. Everybody likes me. Or Sonny. I'm just hot shaking him. Anyway. I know it's not the time or place, but maybe when we get out of here, perhaps you'll join me for, say, a lovely cruise around what's left of the world. I'm looking forward to that day. As am I. We talked for a few moments longer before retiring for the night. For once, I lay in bed not worrying about being killed. For once, I was excited for what tomorrow would bring. It's only up from here. Sonny! Allie, what are you... Never mind that. You've got to come down to the lab. What is it? We found something, and I know you'll want to see it. She reached for my hand and pulled me as we ran. The other girls were already there, crowded around the table with a pile of folders on top of it. What's going on? I was just looking around the lab when I stumbled across these. There are files. I didn't read anyone's but my own, but I have to warn you. Caution was the last thing in all of our minds. Most of us scrambled to find our own file, except for Yui, who was already holding hers, and Allie. Weird, there's no file for me here. I double-checked, but there was nothing for me. Guess I'm not getting any answers today. Allie slowly walked to the pile, then found her own, then opened it in one fluid motion. Interesting. What is it? Allie Major, set to the island for being suspected of committing treason against the government. Selected for the experimental show fitting the sporty girl archetype. We need one of those. Ha! It's good to know this whole getup was a good idea. Did you know I actually fucking hate sports? That's my girl. I think at this point Allie's my favorite. I don't know. They all have good in bed. Just Allie and I are on the same wavelength. It's an Allie thing, you know? I've never seen Allie look so angry. Let's see. They got all the fake information I gave. That sounds about right. What is it? They've been taking extremely detailed notes on me for every single run of the show for the past 2 years. What I've done, things I've said in private or with others, they've got notes down here to how and when I brush my teeth. How I react differently when they change the show or tell me different things, or we're nothing but lab rats to them. It's true, and it's my fault. What do you mean? If I hadn't invented this machine in the first place, none of this would have ever happened. Couldn't have known. Scarlet, you really wanted to help people, and that was a great thing. It's not your fault someone ended up using your invention like this. If you say so, Sonny. My father says that they whipped my memories and put me on the show to make sure that no one else could build this technology. I can't even begin to understand how that could even be a reason for causing all of this. I'm not sure we'd even want to understand the people who run this place. The room fell silent. I wanted to crack a joke to ease the tension, but it was impossible. Thank goodness. Wait, what? I'm surprised to hear you say that, Yui, all things considered. Sorry, I know how that must have sounded. Sorry, guys. Mine's the same as Allie's. They've tracked, measured, and commented on so many things about us so many times. It feels so violating. But it's not all bad. Did I ever tell you why I came to the show, Sonny? No, why is that? I forgot. Hair in my mouth. Play. I forgot. I wasn't allowed to tell you. That was one of the conditions. To be completely transparent, the reason was money, and nothing but that. Okay. It was hard enough to take care of myself without my parents, let alone 2 brothers and a whole farm. I remember now, it was Kat who reached out to me. She told me that if I came onto the show, my brothers and the farm would be taken care of for life. I know this is all horrifying, but I'm just glad she held up her end of the deal. Even if I might die here and never see them again. That's too depressing to think, Yui. We're going to get out of here and see your brothers again. Together. Thanks, Sonny. I'd like that. I'm curious, Yui. What kind of archetype did they list you as? The girl next door. Damn it, that sounds a lot better than gaming gremlin. Yui, Scarlet, Allie, and I left. At times with like these, having a mood lifter like Terra around is critical. I looked at Violet, who had been silent the whole time. She was trembling. Violet, are you? Please, God, don't let this be true. Violet fell to her knees and sobbed with her hands against her face. I rushed to her side. Are you okay, Violet? Violet threw her folded against the floor, causing the papers inside to scatter through the room. Nothing is okay, Sonny. It doesn't matter if I get off this island or not. I'm not like you. I have nothing to go back to. No one to stand by me. There's nothing for me either way. Violet, wait! She ran to the stairs. Her sobs echoed through the staircase and through the lab. I moved to follow her, but Yui stopped me. I think she might need some time alone, Sonny. I didn't mean to look, but after a paper scattered around the room, maybe you should just read it. Yui handed me the papers that were in Violet's file. Violet Valentine is a special case. Otherwise unremarkable, but she's the daughter of Edgar and Vane Valentine, one of our primary investors. It is my understanding that they have recently had a son and want for him to be the next heir after Viola passed. Edgar and Vane sent the remaining daughter Violet to us, full well knowing what the show would entail. They paid us an incredible sum to make sure that she does not return from the show. Even for me, this is too cruel. It's too hard to keep reading. I closed the folder and just stared open mouthed at Yui. Oh, shit. You say there are no words. I think the right word is oh shit. That's cold-blooded. God damn. I knocked on Violet's door later that night, but it was no use. Please, just leave me alone, Sunny. I'm so sorry, Violet. Even if she opened the door, I would have no idea what I was supposed to say. What could anyone say? I was wrong. It's not only up from here. There's a long way down. It's hardly a surprise, but I didn't sleep well last night. Who could after what happened? And just like that, we're on to day 3. I gotta thank you, Sunny. You're making my job easy. I actually get to spend my nights doing productive things now. I'm happy to help with that, however that works. You alright? You don't seem to have your usual energy. Careful, Sunny. One slip up with Cat and this is all over. I'm good, thanks, Cat. I just didn't sleep too well. Happens to the best of us. Anyway, it goes without saying that he was definitely a contender for the final ceremony. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not so sure just yet. Oh, really? That's a surprise. Well, not my problem. Anyway, who's today's unlucky girl? So who should I be asking on a date tomorrow? Honestly, joking aside, I think you should ask Violet. Really? I don't think she's in any shape to put on a good show. I mean, we need all of us to be able to work together, well, to get out of here, right? I don't think Violet would be able to until she's feeling better. And what better way to do that than for a date to make you feel special? Tara does have a great point. I always make great points. Like seeing if I could arm wrestle one of the zombies Scarlet made. That went great. Oh, I remember that. Wait, I was a zombie. That was not a good idea at all. Can I take my vote back? What do you think, Sunny? I like the idea. We could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm sure there's something that we could do to help us escape that we could only do on a date with Violet. Got it. Tomorrow, you'll be going on a date with Violet. Here's what you've got to do. Violet. I've always wanted to spend more time with her, and there's no time like the present. I'm moving myself out of frame. Whoopsies. We'll make it happen. I do. One small request, though. What's that? And will it give me ratings? I think it will. Then let's hear it. I've noticed Violet being a little down lately, so I wanted to cheer her up. I heard that she really likes cooking, especially in groups. Would you mind if we cooked with the staff at noon? I don't see why not. Let's hope it goes better than the last time. Oh, hi, Sunny. Why'd you bring me here? I'm in a bit of a predicament, you see. I may have made an irresponsible bet. I did not take you for a gambler. Well, I'm not, but the thing is, I heard the cooks bragging that they were the best chefs on the island. But hey, I've tried the food you've made before. I know nobody else can come close to how good you are. So I may have challenged them all to a competition, in your name. You are ridiculous, Sunny. Violet laughed out loud. There's that smile I like so much. It was nice to see it again. I'm being serious. Dead serious. In a few hours, hundreds of staff are going to come here. Some of them as challenging cooks, some of them as judges, the rest of them looking for lunch. All of them hungry. Think you're up for the challenge? I am ready to crush the opposition. They will rue the day they challenged me. That's Violet I like to see. Anyway, what is the theme of this contest? Can't tell you just yet. It'll be announced when it's cooking time. I do like a challenge. Would you care to stay with me as I prepare for the festivities? Of course, Violet. Thank you, Sunny. I know why we're doing this, and I appreciate it. I'm not ready to talk about it just yet, but I feel happy already, knowing you're looking out for me. I'm always gonna be here for you. I'm always here for you, Violet. And I for you as well, Sunny. We spent the time before the contest just talking about pleasant things, completely unrelated to the show, completely unrelated to anything of consequence. Sometimes, when bad things happen, what you need most is just a semblance of normalcy. By the time noon rolled around, hundreds of staff members were filling up the kitchen. I don't want to face you, Violet, but I will if I have to. Oh, you're challenging me? Like a snail challenging the mighty eagle. You have my respect. Is it too late to change sides? You're going down, Violet. We're the Brothers Five, the best chefs on the island. What's that, too? What I meant to say is, wow, you really are the best chef on the island. That's right. Damn it, bros, you can't let her intimidate you like this. If we do, she's already won. Say something, Thor. We will meet on the culinary battlefield, Violet. You may have my brothers running for the hills, but not me and Five. Come at me. Let us brandish our forks against each other. Five, do you have anything to say? Wait, what's happening? I do hope you'll entertain me, brothers. Violet raised a hand towards them. Let us begin. It's time for the cook-off to end all cook-offs. Each cook will cook their own version of a mystery dish, a dish that I will soon reveal for the first time ever. The judges will be everyone who is not a contestant. You must be joking. There's hundreds of people here. How can we ever feed everybody? That's not my problem. And I definitely didn't come up with rules for this tournament on the spot. Laga. Violet laughed once more. That was enough to keep this trade going. The mystery dish will be spaghetti and meatballs. Like taking candy from a baby. Not this again. Oh god, I think I'm gonna faint. One collapsed on the ground. One down, 4 to go. Bro! I knew we should have got... But accountants, why are we fooling ourselves? You each have 1 hour. No late submissions will be accepted. Let the games begin. The contestants that were still conscious rushed off to gather ingredients. How are they going to make that much food? I'm sure they'll figure something out. I watched each of them cook furiously at breakneck speed. Violet was hard at work, sweat streaming down her face with the biggest smile I'd seen her have all day. I couldn't help but smile as well. At the same time, Ford was trying to cook his spaghetti with only a microwave. Oh my god. I'm not sure this will be too much of a contest. 1 minute left. Violet filled hundreds of laid out bowls with spaghetti and meatballs in a matter of moments. If you blinked, you'd miss her finish a whole row. Each looked both delicious and artistic. Who would have thought a cook would have spent much longer than an hour putting each of them together? Five settled on making about 4.5 bowls. I guess everyone has their own pace. Time's up. It's time to judge. The crowd cheered as they stampeded to the laid out bowls. They were practically salivating. After everybody wolfed down bowls from each of the contestants, they submitted their vote. The people have spoken, and with a resounding majority, our first ever winner of the Best Chef on the Island in the Middle of Nowhere award is... Violet! The crowd cheered, myself included. I did it! Me! I did it! Violet jumped up and down with joy. Felt like a kid in a candy store just from one look at her. You won fair and square. You should be proud of yourself. Yeah, your food was the best I'd ever had. Although if you consider our living standards, that doesn't mean too much. Hey, I just had an idea. What if we get Violet to cook for the staff at lunch instead of us? Seriously, it's been years since we've had real food. What's that supposed to mean? Honestly, I think it's a great idea. I know I hide well, but I really have no idea what I'm doing in the kitchen. No way, bro. Violet and I took one look at each other and couldn't help but laugh. I'd love to, you guys. The crowd's enthusiasm reached a level of uproarious applause. Violet, 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 Violet. Oh goodness, you're all too kind. I put my arm around. I put my arm around her and smiled. Guess you got a new job now, Violet. Yeah, I guess I do. Violet leaned in to kiss me on the lips. For a moment, time stood still, and the only thing you could hear was the crowd cheering, getting even louder. Violet, Violet, Violet. We laughed together. I've had so much fun today, Sonny, thanks to you. Care to join me up by the beach after we clean this place up? Wouldn't miss it for anything. Wouldn't miss it for the world. The world would pale in comparison. Hey. She reached her hand up to mine and I held hers tight in return. Hey, Violet. You really gave them a great show today, you know? I couldn't have done that without my ever so charming television host. We walked along the beach, our feet bare in the inviting water of the ocean. Really, I'm so grateful to you, Sonny. Last night, finding out what my parents did, that was the lowest point I'd ever been to. I held her hand even tighter. Honestly, I didn't see a way out, escaping the island or not. Everything seemed like a dead end. But today you helped me remember that even without them, I've still got me. I like me quite a bit. You really are incredible, Violet. I was all of you. With you. Violet mumbled something under her breath. Sorry, what was that? Sorry, let me try again. I know I'd be fine on my own, but I'd like me better if I was with you. When we get out of here, I do hope you join me for that cruise. She kissed me again. It felt like magic. Violet, She put her finger against my lips. Shh, I know it's not quite the time for this conversation yet. But please do remember what I've said when this is all over. Do you mind if we walk for just a little longer? I don't want to stand. I'd walk with you for as long as you wanted to, Violet. We can walk till the sun comes up. We can talk about anything and everything. So how about we start with planning our cruise together? That would be lovely. We walked together till the dead of night, with nothing less than magical. Very sweet. Just after we came back, a huge storm hit outside. We just missed it. Hope you two enjoyed your date today. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's time we get the show on the road. Allie took out the master key from her pocket, span it around the ring with her finger, then put it in the locked door. And we're in. She turned the lock, then pulled the door open. Whoa, the door's a little heavier than I thought it would be. Must be soundproof or something. Whatever, let's go. Oh man, not another staircase. They would have saved so much money if they just put this on the main floor. But it wouldn't be very secret then, would it? Secret Schmeekret is behind a locked door. I guess you have a point. Though there was another staircase, it wasn't nearly as long as the one to the lab. We'd been walking down the steps for only a few moments when we saw where they led. This has to be it. What's it? A while back, Kat told me that all the information on this island was stored in books. They didn't use anything digital or with the internet. I think I remember that too. Well, it's bullshit. They're an evil corporation intent on world domination through fear and control. Of course they have the internet. And I think we've just signed our way into their closets. Skeletons and all. Sounds like a pretty big deal. That's an understatement. The information here could change the tide of the war. It could give the resistance a real fighting chance, I think. But there's more than that, too. What do you mean? My dad, my mom, and my brother got taken by these guys a long time ago. I don't even know if they're still alive. I was too young to really understand what was happening. If there's anything that could help me find them again, or at least find out what happened to them, it's in this computer. That was the real reason I came here. The whole reason I risked everything. What if it doesn't have what I'm looking for? What if Allie? We ran to Allie's side and hugged her tightly. It's going to be okay. You'll believe in me, right? She took deep breaths. I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm okay now. Thanks, Yui. I didn't do anything. Are you ready? Let's do this. I looked at Violet as Allie prepared to turn the computer on. She looked as concerned as I did, but we couldn't let it show. The screen lit up with a single message. Password required. Of course there's a fucking password. Well, I did think it was going a little too smoothly. I'm not giving up just yet, though. I tried a few different passwords on the keyboard, but none of them worked. Damn it, I bet only Damien or Kat know this, and there's no way we could just ask them. Silence fell upon the room. It can't end like this. It just can't. I've got an idea. It's not going to involve wrestling zombies again, is it? Hey, I've had better ideas than that. What I mean to say is that I think I have a way to crack the code. I'm a programmer. I can make something that could try all the possibilities for the password. It would take some time, especially if it locks me out after too many attempts, but eventually I'd get the password. Though there's no guarantee we'd get the answer before the show is over. It's a lot better of a shot than I thought we had. Allie ran over to Tara and hugged her tightly. Thank you, you awesome little you. This is nice. Feel free to compliment me more. In the meantime, the rest of us can try to figure out what the password would be as well. That reminds me, I need to tell you guys something important. What's that? I have our escape plan. She took out the master key and headed up for us to see. There's a hidden hangar I found by the beach, just a little further from where I first found the plane. Now that we have this key, and we know that it works, we can use it to disable the hangar's security, commandeer a plane, then fly the hell out of here. We practically jumped for joy. I can't believe it, we're almost out of here. It's been a long time coming. Well, soon, but not just yet. With the storm raging, there's no way we're getting anywhere tonight, least of all off the ground. But if there's clear skies tomorrow night, that's where we'll be. What about the computer? Don't you need to crack it before we go? Yeah, what about your family? Well, that'd be the ideal case. But honestly, I've gotten to know you guys and care about you guys, and I've decided that's more important to save the people I care about that are right in front of me than chase a pipe dream. No, I won't accept it. God damn it, Yui, fuck off. Just get off it'll be a lot easier to find them if we're not dead. If I were in your shoes and I was looking for my brothers and I just gave up looking for them, I'd regret it forever, and I know you would too. But I can't ask you guys to stay here any longer. We're in danger if we stay here. Yui speaks for us too. To have family that you really care about, and that cares about you too, you can't give up on that. I'm not going anywhere till we crack that code, even if it takes till the last day. Okay. You guys. No, I can't allow it. I won't take that chance with your lives. I'm not gonna back down on this. What do you think, Sonny? I want to answer this, but I feel like this is the right answer. Everyone will be mad at me if I say this. We need to take this chance, Allie. I think you need this. Hey. Guys, take a chill pill for a second. I'm a programming god. Best of the best. I'm going to have that code cracked by tomorrow, and that's a promise. So don't worry, okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much, really. For thinking all of us. I'm the one who has to write the code and shit. We laughed together, something that I thought might have been impossible after the initial bad news. We're in this together, and we're getting out together. No one gets left behind. After we called it a night, I laid in bed, deep in thought. Who'd have thought I could have ended today feeling inspired after everything that happened last night? We've got this. Sonny, one more thing before we turn in for the night. What's up, Tara? I got caught up in the heat of the moment earlier, and... oh no. I got no idea. Oh no, I do not like where this is going. How do I do this, cuz... I remembered that all I know about hacking are videos of people typing really fast and saying, I'm in, and... I practically flew out of bed. Thank God it was just a nightmare. What does it take to get a good night's sleep on a killer dating show? Come on. Okay, it was just a dream. Okay. That was just a dream. What are you smiling about? Just feel like things are going my way lately. Yesterday's date with Violet still has me feeling as giddy as a little kid. It's almost like there's perks to being on a killer dating show. Well, don't get too comfortable. You've still got a few days left, and then it's back to the regular. I'm looking forward to that. I bet. Better sooner than later. You cost too much to keep around. Anyway, the $1,000,000 question. Who's today's lucky girl? That'd be you. So tomorrow it's going to be either Tara or Allie. It's probably best if we go with Tara. But doesn't Tara need time to crack the code? Nah, I already finished making this code breaker, trying every password as we speak. No guarantee it'll finish before we're both done our dates, but it's worth a shot. Thank you, Tara. Don't worry about it. Besides, I think it's better if we save your date for last. Why is that? I don't know. You're some super spy from some super secret organization. You definitely got bigger hive potential than I do. I don't know about that, but sounds good to me. I'll use time to prepare some contingency plans. Scarlet, Violet, Yui, and we need you guys for this. I'm happy to provide assistance. You bet. I'll help however I can. Sweet. Alright, right, Sunny. What's up? I didn't just build a codebreaker. I built a game that works with it too. What do you mean? She handed me her console. I just whipped it up real quick. It looks like a code-breaking game, but really it works directly with the computer we found. If you get the password right in this game, we'll have access to the computer. Make sense? Amazing. I can't believe you whipped up something so fast. It wasn't hard. It was just a big middle finger to my mom, who thought all my screen time was a waste of time. Anyway, I figured we can play this game here and there during our date, try whatever passwords come to mind. Obviously not for the whole date, because ratings and all, but as much as we can. Sounds like a plan. Sounds good to me, Tara. Wahaha. I'm a genius, Sunny. She cackled maniacally. You are? You are? I'd like to spend today with Tara. That's so. Well, we'll make it happen. Try not to spend all of it playing games, though. Believe it or not, that isn't what viewers want in a primetime slot. No promises, but I'll try my best. Ain't much, but I'll take that. Sorry, Cat. That's pretty much the plan. Hey, Sunny. You have to play some games? I'd love to, but Cat wants us to do some other games. It is! Sweet! There's no stopping Tara when she puts her mind to something. We start playing together in the games room while making pleasant conversation. Normal enough to seem like a regular conversation, cryptic enough to disguise what we were trying to do. Even if Tara and I never went on crazy adventures like I did with Allie, it didn't make moments with her any less special. If I forget that we're trying to hack into some confidential database, this really is like a fun day at home with your partner. How about Tara is the best? It's worth a shot. Nope, doesn't work. The nerve of them. Tara rules? That's a miss. Was the T capitalized? Maybe it had a 0123 at the end. Thank goodness we have the code breaker running in the background. Time to switch gears. Let's give Cat some footage to work with to keep us alive. Good God, Sunny, why the sun? Go on without me. Okay, maybe this wasn't the best idea. Some way or another, we always end up back inside the mansion, huh? And there's nothing wrong with that. I guess you're right. Up for a few more rounds of that game we just played? Sure. How about Damien Black Socks? Nope, doesn't work. Cat Black Socks? Not that either. How about Sunny? Oh, come on, now you're just guessing. Like I wasn't before? Well, I'll try it. Ding ding. The two of us looked at each other like deer in the headlights. What? We treat it as if our favorite team just won at a sporting event. Wait a minute, why would the password be your name? That doesn't make any sense. My guess is as good as yours. Maybe we'll find out tonight. I hope so. You guys are being filmed right now. Well, I think I've had enough of games for today. I never thought I'd hear you say that, Tara. I'm full of surprises. We can spread the good news after. How about we try something new today? Something outside? Sounds like a plan to me. Awesome, let's go. We ended up going back inside a minute later, but the rest of the day with Tara was still a lot of fun. Are they going to begin to suspect me now? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like we're not being very cryptic. Since your name was the password. Oh, do you think, like, you think the girls? Maybe. I don't know why Sunny wouldn't understand why he's the password. Like, we dated Cat. And I feel like Cat does actually have feelings for Sunny. Like, I feel like that's not made up. I don't know. We'll see. And we're in. The password prompt closed with a satisfying ding ding. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff in here. Why would there be a folder called homework? Whoa, that is definitely a porn folder name. Tara was about to open it until Allie intervened. Do you mind if I take a look? Ah, forget why we're here for a second. Forgot what... Should be forgot. Sure. Let's see. Allie started going through folders, databases, reports, anything that could be useful. At the same time, Tara started downloading all the files to her console. Doesn't look like there's anything here about why my name was the password. Come on, man. All the rest of us could do was give Allie and Tara the space they needed. Seems like it's only going to be up from here, team. I was worried for Allie, especially if we couldn't get into the computer, but it looks like we've got it after all. It's too soon to say anything, but I do hope you're right. Let's not jinx it. So what's the first thing you're going to do when we're out of here? I thought we weren't going to jinx it. I'm going to get straight back to helping people the way I know best. Nothing's changed in that regard. This is a lovely aspiration. Do me a favor, make sure your inventions don't get used on yourself again, okay? I mean, it's not like I was trying to. I admire how you can be so sure. As excited as I am to leave this place, I'm not quite sure what I'll be doing after. That's totally okay, Violet. Blech. It's part of the fun of life. Just figure it out as you go. I suppose so. Violet looked at me and smiled. That's pretty much my plan at this point, too. Guess who's back? What Tara wants to say is, we did it. I've got everything I need to help turn the tide of the war, and I know where my family is. And they're alive. I've never seen Allie so happy. She jumped towards me and hugged me. Oof. That's fantastic. That's such a relief. I did those voices. I hate when these two talk right after another because their voices blend together. I'm so happy for you, Allie. Good job, Tara. You cracked the code. Not all at once now. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you so much. We didn't have to wait this long to leave, but you guys did it for me and my family. I can't ever thank you enough. She pulled out the master key from her back pocket and swirled it around in her right hand. You guys ready to get out of here? Actually, I was thinking of staying here for the rest of my life. Not having internet is the best thing ever. I couldn't agree more. Let's get out of here. After you, Allie. We followed Allie out of the mansion, through the forest, and to the hangar. Whoa, I did not see this. Granted, I don't go outside. I don't blame you, it's pretty out of the way. Not that we have to worry about it now. Allie pulled out the master key and pulled it around her right hand. She walked to the door of the hangar and put the key into its lock. She tried to turn it, but it didn't work. She tried a few more times, but the lock refused to budge. I don't understand. I've seen Kat use this key everywhere, including here. They must have changed the locks. Does this mean we're stuck here? It was rare that Allie tripped over her words. It just hurt to see her so defeated. I don't know. An uncomfortable silence fell over us. Am I going to die here? Are all of us? No, we are not out of this just yet. I refuse to give up again. We can't get into the hangar. There's no way to break in without triggering the alarms. For now, yes, but getting in later is a different story. If I remember correctly, whenever you went on a third date with Sunny, you would fly in a plane together. Well, I'm assuming the plane was you two. It's just like you'd try something crazy and drag Sunny in. I can't refute that. That was definitely us. How we never died on those plane rides, I'll never know. That means the staff don't mind if you take the plane during the date, which means we should be able to ask for the key temporarily. We'd still be able to get the plane, it just has to be during tomorrow's date. There'd be way more staff around than usual. We'd still have a chance. Exactly. The rest of us can be relatively close by, perhaps at the beach, to avoid suspicion. Then, when you get the plane, you run over, you pick us up, and we are out of here. This could work. It's better than how my plan turned out, anyway. I was worried for a second there, but it was for nothing. We've got this. We'd be in a tight spot without you. It is a team effort. Without each of us here, we would be stuck here with no chance of escape, I'm sure. Speak for yourself. I'm sure I can get out here on my own. You can't go outside. I don't want to hear it, Tara. You would shut down the second you reach the beach, Tara. On second thought, maybe teamwork makes a dream work. We laughed together. The mood was infinitely better than it was just a few moments ago. We spent the rest of the night talking through the details of the plan, including what we'd do if the unexpected happened. One thing was for sure, though. We weren't giving up on getting out of here. It all ends tomorrow. What do you know, Sonny? You actually made it to the last one-on-one date. How you feeling? Pretty good. Honestly, pretty good. I'm excited to see how a day with Allie will be. Oh, you've got a real surprise in store. She has all of us in the crew working extra hard to prepare a special date for you. By all of us in the crew, I mean the Brothers 5. How about you go find her? Spend some time together while we set things up for you. Sounds like a plan, Kat. Let's see. Oh, looks like she's by the beach. Guess that's where I'm headed. Don't do anything we can't air. Murder is okay, but God forbid someone takes their top off. I'm pretty sure there's been implied sex. I waved to Kat as I went on my way. Just as Kat said, Allie was by the beach. She was looking out at the ocean. Morning, Allie. Sonny, it's always nice to see you. The difference between Allie's voice during the day and night was like day and night. I guess we do have to worry about the cameras, but still, it takes some getting used to. I know it's gonna be tough to top your previous dates with all the other girls, but I think I have a good shot. I'm looking forward to it, Allie. You better be. We've been saving the best for last. She reached for my hand. Walk with me? I reached for her outstretched hand. It'd be my pleasure. Two of us walked around the beach for a while, getting to know each other. So, what will you be doing when this show's over? First thing I'm going to do is say hey to my family again and make them a nice dinner. I'm sure that they've got sick with worry in the week since I've been gone. I wonder what they're thinking now. It's been at least 2 years since then. Kat was right. Sometimes not remembering is a blessing. Allie doesn't have that luxury. Anyway, I've got a surprise for you. Come on. She pulled me along by the hand into the forest. I have to say, Allie's really impressed me. Of course, it was her deliberate plan to come into the forest and get to the hangar, but she made it seem so spontaneous. I gotta love it. I saw it in the same moment she did. It was all we could do was stand and watch. No. She staggered and almost fell. And who could blame her? The hangar was engulfed in roaring flames. The heat was incredible. There was no way either of us could take another step towards the hangar without being burned alive. The stench of burning oil assaulted me without mercy. We were at a loss for words, and in front of all of those flames was her walking away from the flames. Somehow I just know it was her. Sorry, Allie. Sonny, there's been a small change of plans. I'm sure you can tell, but we've hit a few snacks with the hangar. How about you two spend your day on the ground instead? I want to scream. I want to attack her with every bone in my body. Okay, if I attack her, we are going to die. Well, hold on. I could load it, just, Okay, let's kick her ass. Okay. I saved it, so we can go back. Because that's probably what I'll do. Because I shouldn't attack her. But I want to see what happens. As soon as I took one step towards her, I could feel a hand pulling me back. It's Allie. A look from her said everything. You can't do this. Boring. And she's right, I can't afford to put everyone in danger. I told myself back from giving away what this plane meant to me. It took all the strength I had. I need to calm down. Cat might be able to read my face and see that. Sound fine to me, Cat. I'm just glad you're safe. What happened? We're still looking into it. Well, either way, there's nothing we can do about that. How about we go somewhere else, Sonny? She reached for my hand and held it tight. How could you smile like this at me? Of course, Allie. For the rest of the day, Allie and I put on the performance of a lifetime. That's a good picture of her, though. I still love Cat. She's still hot. Though our faces were all smiles and laughter, we knew, now more than ever, that we were trapped in Cat's macabre puppet show. And Cat loved to make us dance. She must have known we were trying to escape, but how? Did we make a mistake? Did Ford give us away? Should we have ever trusted him in the first place? Who can I trust now? Time is ticking and the end of the show looms closer and closer. It's time I'm supposed to meet with the group, but what would we even do? There's no way we can escape. Our last chance died with the hangar. Should I just make a break for it? No, I'd never make it, and the others would suffer for my mistake. What do I do? You don't look so good, Sonny. Don't go with the hostile answer. I've been better, Cat. It hasn't exactly been sunshine and rainbows today. You really aren't much for acting, are you, Sonny? Look, I already know about you and your plan to escape. My blood ran cold. You know, take the plane and fly away from here. It wasn't hard to figure out. I tried to say something in my defense, but my voice wouldn't come out. It was all I could do to stand wide-eyed. I know you and the others found the lab, got your memories back. Well, at least the others did. And I know that every night you all work together trying to find a way out. I mean, of course I'd know. I'm the reason why you got this far. What do you mean? Just follow me. You'll save all of us time. We walked to the locked room near the games room. She got her master key and spun it around. Never really thought a bunny could take a key from me, right? Honestly, I don't know what to believe anymore. She opened the door. The others were inside looking as surprised as I was. Give me one great reason why I shouldn't kill you right... No, wrong person. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill you right now, Cat. How about two? First, your inside man was never Ford. It was me. I mean, come on. He wouldn't be smart enough for something like this. Second, you only ever had a chance to escape this island because of me. Newsflash, Allie. Those tanks never just bug out. You're the one who let me out of my tank. The one and only. Allie was at a loss for words, and I was no different. What do you want, Cat? Honestly, the same thing as you guys. I went off this crazy train. I want out. I want you guys to include me in your little escape plan. What, do I have something on my face? As hard as it is to believe, the list of people who want to stay on this island is pretty short. I don't know, we can't trust you. I'm not sure how, but I remember I tried to escape with you before. I trusted you. I even fell for you. Even 5 girls is enough. Unbelievable. And then you betrayed me and shot me. There's no way we could ever trust you. You're just going to stab us in the back. Is that true, Cat? I'm ashamed to say it is. But I didn't have a choice. You know how it is with Damien. He doesn't matter if you share the same blood. He'll take the people you love hostage and use them to force you to dance to his tune. I'm sorry I betrayed you, Sonny. I really am. But if I had to do it again, I'd do it again in a heartbeat, because there was someone I needed to save. I know I must look like the villain to you, but believe me, I have people I care about too. If you're so compassionate, how come you burned up our only way out of here? You're lucky I did, Sonny. If you'd actually flown as planned, you'd all be at the bottom of the ocean right now. Yeah. What do you mean? It's a cruel trick of Damien's. He knew there was a chance that people in this show would recover their memories and try to escape. So he made us build the hangar and the plane. It's the one place anyone trying to escape would go. Exactly. I've told you in the past, Allie, never fly that plane or take the boat out of sight of this island. If you did, you'd have blown up like fireworks. that Allie and I were in that plane, which was little more than a flying death trap, sends a chill down my spine. Look, the simple reality is you need me to escape. Without me, you won't even make it past the barrier. What barrier? Exactly. And though I hate it, I need you guys to help me in my escape. She reached her hand toward me for a handshake. Allies? Let's discuss first. Kat leaned against the wall where the rest of us debated what to do. Can we really trust her? It might just be another trap. It's not like it'd be the first spy herd you fall into, Sonny. I'm a sucker for a pretty face. You're right. That said, it's not like we have much to lose at this point. Even if she'd done terrible things to us in the past, we still need her to escape. You alright, Allie? I'm fine. I'm just angry at myself. Hey, don't beat yourself up about it. We're still alive. That's what counts. She's right, you know. I'm not sure how I'm feeling right now either, but we're alive. That counts for something. You're right, Sonny. And as much as I hate to say it, I think we'll need Kat's help, trustworthy or not, if we want to stay that way. I feel like we need to keep an eye on her. Because none of them are getting... yeah. We'll need to keep an eye on her. Couldn't say it better myself. Alright, Kat. If you want our help, you're going to need to answer a few questions. Ask away. What the hell is this sick show for? Why have you been forcing us to repeat it over and over? Someone from the Resistance, it should be obvious to you. This is just one of hundreds of killing shows we air. Shows that keep people scared, that keep people from organizing against the government. You want to paralyze people with fear? You broadcast exactly what will happen to you if you rise up. You're monsters, you know that. I don't disagree with you, but we're not in charge here. Some of us still have family to lose, Allie. Continue. Before we air each show, we test them internally on test audiences to see what kind of ratings they bring for the fortunate and what kind of despair they bring for the less fortunate. If they tested well enough, we'd air it, but it wasn't efficient. We couldn't just film a killing show over and over again to see which version of it rated best. You can't bring people back from the dead. It's the same for the test audiences. You can't just make them watch multiple versions of a show as they'd remember previous versions that would influence their opinions. There was no way to test multiple versions of a show without losing the feeling that lives were really in danger. The memory rewriter would have changed that. It did. We were able to reuse everybody, our volunteer actors, to test audiences. So, since we could just make people forget what happened, we could film run after run of the show, where each was as if it were the first time to all of you. Yes, we are drinking Pepsi. I ran out of water, so now we're going back to my bathtub bottle over here. Not sponsored. Even though chat is trying to make it sponsored. That's exactly what we've been doing here for the last 2 years. There's a lot to hear. I had a feeling, but to know that people looked at us like we were nothing but lab rats, while I genuinely was afraid of my life. It's sickening. We were silent for a while. If you've been testing the show this long, when's the real thing? There is no real thing. It's only what version tests the best. That said, there's only so much time Damien is willing to spend on the show, and that time is almost up. This is the last round of the show. If you don't escape before the end, you're all as good as dead. I know Damien and I have said that we'd let you and your chosen partner go if you achieve good enough ratings, but it's a lie, isn't it? Yeah. I'm sorry I waited this long to try to help you guys. I've been too scared to risk it all, but I have nothing left to lose now. She extended her hand to me for a handshake. Allies? At least till we're out of here? I really don't have a choice this time either, huh? If you wanted to, you could report us right now. If you wanted to, you could report us right now. That's true. My word would count for more than all of yours. But that wouldn't save the person I need to. Like it or not, we have to work together. Then it's a deal. Allie shook Kat's hand. Kat, are you sure you don't want to? I'm fine, Scarlet. It's not important anymore, and we don't have any time to waste. If you say so. Anyway, the only time we can escape is the last day of the show, between midnight and just before the sun goes up. That's when the boat comes to welcome the newly engaged couple, and that's the only way off this island alive. It also doubles as a supply ship. We use it to replenish between each run of the show. Are there no other planes on the island? Wrong voice. Are there no other planes on the island? A boat would be far slower. Fortunately, it's not so easy. There's a protective shell around the island which performs two functions. First, it renders us invisible to satellite. That's the reason why people couldn't find us, Allie. Second, if anything bigger than a human being tries to get in or outside of the barrier, it'll get fried, unless it's emitting a compatible IFF signal. The only way off the island that will have that signal is the boat. I'm betting it'll be heavily guarded. Well, yes, but not from people on it. The ship itself will be run by a skeleton crew. It's staff on the island who we'll have to watch out for. That's still the question of how we'll deal with them. Last time I checked, there's hundreds of them and not even 10 of us. Actually, it might not be so hard after all. I've got a plan that just might work. Though I have to admit, it's a little crazy. I like the sound of that. If it involves zombies again, I'm out. You explained your plan to us with a renewed confidence that could inspire anyone to believe. Luckily, we sleep tomorrow, so we have just the amount of time we need. This is just my work, Yui. You're a mad genius. It's crazier than anything I'd imagined, and crazy enough to work. Let's get to work. Wait, were we even listening to the same plan? The others went their separate ways, so I'll prepare for Violet's plan. The cat stayed. Our business wasn't finished just yet. What's up? I want to trust you, Kat. I really do. But you've burned me before. How could I ever trust you now? That's fair. The only thing I can say to try to make you trust me is that we both have people we care about, Sunny. That if you don't escape, then the person I care about will go down with you. I'm not asking for you to put your neck out for me. You'll never have to. I'm asking for you to help somebody that you've never met, and you never will. Somebody innocent. Strange. This woman has put me through hell, treated me like a lab rat and more, and yet somehow I think she's telling me the truth. Honestly, it doesn't really matter if you do trust me. You'll see tomorrow that I'm going along with Violet's plan either way. Violet's plan. It's Yui's plan. You missed it. Is it? Whatever. I'll trust you, Kat. I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier. Don't be. I literally shot you. I think that earns you the right to be angry anymore. No? I've gotten to know you over these past years. Not for more than a couple weeks straight, but I got to know you. And I think you're rude and manipulative and have no problem lying to my face. Hey, can we skip to the part where you compliment me? You're also incredibly crass. You keep secrets from everybody, and you finished. But I don't think you're a bad person. Every time the show ran, you always talked to me to make me feel like I wasn't alone. You made sure I never lost hope. I know that was never part of the job. You didn't have to do that. You did it over and over. Must have been so tired to do that over and over, full well knowing that we were doomed. I don't know why you're doing all this, but I believe that you do care about helping people. I'm flattered, Sunny. But you've got me wrong. What do you mean? Everything I've ever done for you, the others, it's been for my own selfish reasons. It just happens to line up nicely. Though I appreciate the compliment. Like before, I couldn't tell if she was telling the truth. We went our separate ways shortly after. I spent the rest of the night helping the others with preparing for the plan. I was exhausted when I went back to my room, but I still couldn't fall asleep for several hours. It's as if something is on the tip of my tongue, but I just barely can't grasp it. Yet somehow I know I'm closer than I've ever been. I don't understand how us getting off the island, specifically me getting off the island, which is making it sound like, helps her at all. Because I feel like that would mess her up pretty bad. So, I don't know. We'll see. Cat was true to her word. Instead of having another date on the 6th day of the show, she planned a huge party for the staff instead. A thank you for all your hard work party. As soon as she told her staff that Violet would be cooking for the event, all of them dropped everything and helped prepare for it. While the staff prepared the party grounds during the day, each of us were hard at work making sure other parts of it went well. Violet cooked mountains of food as if her life depended on it. And in truth, it did. Yui was playing games with the staff outside. It didn't take long for her to become a fast favorite for them. I'm pretty sure half the staff were playing the games just so they could get her to notice them. And she knew it. I have to admit, I'm really impressed by Yui. Her plan is really coming together. Tara and Scarlet joined forces to make sure all the staff joined the festivities. Tara used Cat's producer room to find any stragglers who hadn't joined the festivities. As Tara found them one by one, Scarlet turned on the charm and made sure that they came with her to the party. Then when it was time for Scarlet to switch to her other mission, Ellie took over, though I'm told she employed more force than charm. Meanwhile, I ran around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to make sure every part of her plan was going smoothly. And for once, it did. A few hours later, we had every staff member on the island partying their lights out. Everybody's here? You bet. You should have seen the ones that tried to run. Made sure everyone who came stayed, too. Perfect. Everybody's eaten? As they should have. It is fine food. Looks like it's all going according to plan. Nope, that's not your voice. Looks like it's all going according to plan. I'm just going to go ahead and get to the fun part. Scarlet pulled out a remote from her pocket and pressed the button on it. A few seconds later, fireworks were shooting into the night sky above the party grounds. The cheers of the staff were like thunder. And with that, the plan is going as smoothly as can be. Great job, team. We owe you one, Yui. Right back at you, Allie. We cheered as firework after firework lit up the night sky. Whoa. Are fireworks supposed to be the spread? Come to think of it, these fireworks are practically blinding. I have to say I did a pretty good job with these fireworks. Hello. That's all. Okay. I got a high chat. Oh, I got 5 people watching. Hello, party people. Everybody tuning in. Got a question? Okay, go ahead. Ask a question. So polite. Yes, they are very polite. Got a polite Twitch chat tonight. Have I ever eaten something that was not meant to be eaten? Not that I remember. If you have eaten something that is harmful to you, like as a child, not that I remember. I remember putting things in my mouth. Like, I've definitely put pennies in my mouth as a kid, which is disgusting. But we were all kids, we did it. But I've never swallowed anything. Well, I did swallow a tooth once, because I lost 2 at the same time eating a corn dog. And one went out and one went in. Still got the money for it. But yeah, I don't think I've eaten anything else. This is a weird break from, like, the climax of this story. Yeah, I don't think I've ever intentionally ate something you're not supposed to. Like as a kid. Not that, at least not that I remember. Tara ate glass as a kid. Oh, absolutely. That is a glass eater right there. Tara is the kind of person who would eat paper, like, as an adult. Thank you for answering. Okay. If you have eaten something that might be harmful to your health, like paper is okay. Something like paper, that's fine. But if you've eaten something that is harmful to your health, please call poison control. Also, I know for a fact that my partner, Lily, has eaten things as a child that they're not supposed to, like fertilizer. They call poison control. Paper's okay. Is it bleached? I don't know. But I know a lot of people that have eaten paper. I have a friend that, like, ate, like, all kinds of paper. He actually, like, he did it regularly enough. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say paper is safety. It's not, okay, paper isn't something I would say, like, you should eat. Because I don't know how safe it is to eat. Like, it's not, you don't consume things that aren't food. Or drink. But, like, you probably don't need to call poison control if you do eat paper. It's not poisonous in the short term. Okay, I'm not an expert on things that you should and shouldn't eat. I didn't know paper was bleached. All I know is that I had a friend who has, like... No, what? No, I'm confused. I don't know. I think... Everyone's making fun of me. I don't know. Don't eat paper. Don't eat anything that you're not supposed to. Don't do it. I'm just saying. You want me to... Paper is not poisonous in the short term. Okay. Paper is not okay to eat. All I am saying is that I have a friend who eats paper fairly regularly, and that he ranks it, like, receipt paper is his least favorite. And, like, I think he, like, notebook... I don't think notebook paper. Something else, like, weird. But he's still alive. But... Okay, shut up, okay? I don't know how healthy things are for you. I'm an idiot, okay? Don't eat paper. Don't eat things you're not supposed to eat. Food only. And, I mean, drinks, you know. To hydrate. Hydrate or dehydrate. God, I hope this doesn't get my stream shut up yet. Yeah. I'm just... You want the title to be paper related? Okay, I guess I'm just gonna call this Don't Eat Paper. No, my goodness. Okay. Okay, anyway. Though there might be some side effects to watching them from so close. Let's worry about that later. The fireworks were the signal to those trying to escape that there was nothing left to do except wait. It's going to be a long night. I know what we said before, but it'd be such a shame to spend tonight just worrying over what may happen tomorrow. We might live, we might die, same as any other day. But instead, we just dance the night away. You know what? That sounds great. That sounds lovely. Let's do it. Come on, let's dance like there's no tomorrow. Yuck. Don't be like that, Tara. It's good for us to blow off some steam. Dancing sounds like exercise. And exercise... Allie picked up Tara over her shoulder. And away we go. Come on. Skylar grabbed my hand and pulled me with her to where people were dancing. The others followed close behind. They sure are carefree, huh? Some things never change. Maybe we'll get out of here tomorrow. Maybe we won't. I hope we do, though. I like to think that one day we'll look back and remember this day. It was the most fun night I've ever had, out of the nights that I can remember. We lived like there was no tomorrow. And now, we'll find out if there isn't tomorrow for us. We waited in the darkness for hours, waiting for the boat to come. The plan was simple, yet had no room for error. First, we need to make sure that the boat really is coming. It's later than usual. You think they're onto us? No, it'll be just a little longer. It's cold. There's no point worrying at this point. If they're onto us now, we're already dead. All we can do is wait. We waited for an hour more, then another, then another. We were losing hope. I guess we're... It's here! Cat pointed towards the ocean. We all looked in unison. Just as she said, the boat was coming. It looked huge, despite how far it was. It must be massive from up close. Alright, it's only going to be a few minutes before it reaches the shore. Let's book it back to the mansion. Second, we need to get back to the mansion before the boat reaches the shore. From what Cat told us, the staff will physically inspect the mansion to make sure we're there. We can't rely on overriding the feeds. If we're not there, they'll sound the alarm, and our chance of escape will go from slim to nil. According to Cat, it's how I got caught last time. We made it back to the mansion and rushed to our respective rooms. I turned off the lights, then jumped onto the bed and pretended to be asleep. A few moments later, I heard the sound of somebody opening a door. Must be them. There was a mechanical rhythm to it. Footsteps, door would open, more footsteps, a short pause, footsteps again, door would close, repeat. Over and over, closer and closer, until I got to my room. I tried my best to make my breathing sound natural. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Footsteps. A second later, my door opens. I can tell there's probably about 5 people. Breathe in. They're walking closer to me. Breathe out. I can tell 2 of them are in front of me. They're muttering somewhere under their breath. You have to pity her. Come on, she can do better. Rude. Breathe in. Hey, something's wrong. It feels like my heart stopped. Breathe out. Moving closer to me step by step. What's that? Breathe in. I think it takes everything I have not to move when every nerve in my body screams to run. This is it. They're onto me. I can't help but ball up the fist of my hand. Never mind. We're done for the night. Let's head out. Sounds good to me. Heard them walk further away from me than outside the room. Finally, they closed the door. I breathed out like never before. On to the next part of the plan. We regrouped downstairs. That wasn't so difficult. That wasn't so difficult, was it? Like taking candy from a baby. Wait, where's Tara? I'll go check on her. As if on cue, Tara came running downstairs. I'm good, don't worry about it. And I definitely didn't fall asleep just now. I didn't buy it, and the rest of us didn't either. Alright, back to the problem at hand. We may have avoided detection for now, but now there's going to be upwards of 100 guards on patrol between here and the boat. There's little to no chance we can all make it there without being seen, but it's a chance we'll have to take. Actually, we have just the thing for that. Courtesy of Scarlet and I. What's that? Well, we went through all the trouble of preparing such a big party for all the staff. It would be a shame if we didn't give them a little extra to chew on, no? You didn't. Oh, she did. It was like an absurd scene from an art house movie gone mad. Brains. Bananas. Brains and bananas. Grrr, brains. I can't think. She's a grrr. Hundreds of zombies littered the field. You know, I can't believe we ever let you make that shit, Scarlet. You better be glad we did. Now that I think about it, couldn't we just have put a sleeping agent or something like that in? Where's the fun in that? Well, we still have to get past them to get to the boat, right? Don't worry about it. I've got a fair share of experience in taking down zombies. Something about that rubbed me the wrong way. Don't worry about it. Let's be on our way. We managed to sneak out of the mansion without much of a fuss. As soon as we got into the forest, it was smooth sailing. There were just a few zombies in there. To be honest, how much Scarlet enjoyed herself taking them down was more concerning. I'll worry about that when we get off this island. For now, I'll focus on getting out of here. A few moments later, we made it to the beach. The boat was clear in the sight. Wow, it's huge. Let's not waste any time. We rushed onto the ship and ran straight for the captain's deck. You guys wait here. It's practically guaranteed that the engine's been tampered with, and I need to fix it. If I know my father, he'll do it just the way it was last time. You know what, Sonny? Come with me just in case. Maybe that's where the crew members are. Lead the way. It was pitch black inside. Cat had to shine a light to see anything. Strange. Where are they? Well, let's not look a gift horse in the mouth. Found it. Chalk it up to my dad, outsourcing everything to the grunts. This is child's play me now. Cat got to work fixing the engine. Watch my back. We still don't know if we're in the clear, and this is going to take a minute. Got it. I turned around and kept a look at it. It was impossible to see anything, though. Since when were you a mechanic? Honestly, since my first failed escape. I had to teach myself. It wasn't exactly a trade school in this island. If I hadn't, I'd never be able to help anybody escape this island. I'm sorry I didn't trust you before, Cat. I get it now, why you did what you had to do. Keep talking like that and you'll raise a death flag with both of us. Jeez. We can talk more later, if you'd like. In the meantime, this boat is fixed. Nice. Let's tell the others and get the hell out of here. This is going too well. I'm so nervous. Oh my goodness. We ran back to the others and told them the good news. At the same time, Cat revved up the engine of the boat. We were good to go. We literally jumped for joy as the boat started to move. Gosh, I can't believe it. We're really doing this. We're finally out of here. It's hard to believe, but it is true. We did it. I know. You don't have to take me all at once. We really did it. You really like Cat? I also really like Cat. Thank you, Cat. You really saved us. You did. We wouldn't be able to get to this point if it weren't for you. There's no need to thank me. I actually should apologize that I didn't do any of this sooner. Intercom rang out. Cat turned white as a sheet when we heard a voice that was all too familiar. No. Damn it. Damien. Ding, ding, ding. I guess you learned at least something in school, Cat. Not enough, clearly, but hey, it's something. That's got to win a participation ribbon somewhere. You knew what I was planning. Of course I did, dearie. I made you. I know exactly how you think. And I have to thank you. Your mother would be proud of the show you've given us these last 2 years. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to tell you? While you were busy filming Sonny and those other bitches, my team was filming your brave attempts to save these idiots. Gives the audience a little more reason for why they should stay in line, you know? After all, if I did this to my own daughter, imagine what I'd do to someone who wasn't. You're a monster. Flattery will get you nowhere, Kit Kat. Well, it doesn't matter now. Do whatever the hell you want. We're getting out of here. Fix the boat, and there's nothing you can do to stop us now. We're getting out of here. Saying garbage like that is just playing with fire, love. The air started to shake. Even though we were on the boat, I could tell the island was rumbling. In the distance, a metal barrier slowly rose out of the ocean all around the island. Son of a bitch! Climbed higher and higher till it cast a shadow over the boat. Higher and higher till the only daylight we could see was just from a circle above us. We were trapped. How about we play a game, little rats? Damien spoke down to us from some kind of holographic screen on the walls. He gestured to some kind of machine behind him in what looked like a strange kind of stadium. I've got myself a little switch here that controls the barrier. One push of this and you're free to go. Be easy for you to waltz on in and flip it. You've gotten rid of all our security. But this switch is only going to work if you have 2 people's handprints with producer level clearance. Sure, you've got Cat, but you'll never be able to get mine. He pulled up the same gun I'd been shot with before. Though don't let that stop you from trying. The hologram disappeared with a click, leaving us in an uneasy silence. I don't die. We've got no choice but to go back. Hello? He's got a gun. He'd take us all down before we even have a chance to grab him. We've got no choice, though. If we wait here, it's only a matter of time before they can send people after us. I guess we have to head back to the beach. Let's turn this around. We've got an ass to kick. No, that's exactly what Damien wants you to do. The turning around part or the ass kicking? I'll leave that to your imagination. Damien has a script that he wants to see play out. People try to revolt, fail, and get killed. I guarantee you, if we do just that, he has a plan for it. He'll find some kind of way to turn us against each other, and then none of us will be making it out of here alive. Even so, we can't just stay here and wait until we're out of time. Sunny and I will go to flip the switch. Besides, we're the only 2 people here who can do anything about it. What do you mean by that? I thought only you and Damien. I'll explain on the way. There's no time. Sunny, are you ready to run? I won't allow it. There's no way we are letting Sunny go back there without us. You said it, sister. I'm not letting you all lose your one chance of getting out of here. Scarlet, please. You know exactly what Damien is capable of. I don't like this, Cat. I know. Let them go. Believe me, I hate this. I hate this to my core, but Cat's right. Cat didn't waste a moment. She reached for my hand. Before I knew what I was doing, we ran off the boat together and back to the mansion as fast as we could. I was running on pure instinct, like my body had done this before countless times. I looked back to the boat just once, but I couldn't help but linger for a moment. I could tell from their faces that they wanted to be running with me, not waiting for us to come back. I'm gonna make Damien pay for making them suffer like this. We went back to running. I followed Cat's lead. It's earlier than I'd planned, but there's no time like the present for exposition about your past. It would be good to know why I'm running with you. Would happen to be resistant to bullets? We'll find out if you are together. Though, if you look at your history, I'd say no. Hey, I surprised the first time you shot me. I'm pretty resistant. Touché. Before you came onto the show, you were a producer, just like me. We used to work together. We were partners. In more ways than one, though. That was forever ago. Living and working on this island was the only life I'd ever known. Sounds awful, but I didn't have a problem with running these shows. There was nothing different to compare it with. But then I met you. Got no idea what would bring someone like you to this island, but you... meaning you changed me. You smiled like I'd never seen it before. You made me see that there was a world out there that was beautiful. You made me hope that I could be a part of that world one day. And you helped me realize that we needed to shut this place down if we wanted there to be a world out there at all. For years, we worked together to free as many people as we could from these death trap shows. We'd ship them away to safety, fake their deaths, everything. And we did just that for a time. And Damien started to suspect something was up. Each day got closer and closer to figuring out, until I knew we couldn't stay any longer. But it was too late by then. Damien caught us. You mean, you betrayed me. I can't remember much, but I remember you and we were together. And you sold me out right when we were trying to escape. Why? It's like I said before, I didn't have a choice, and I still don't. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore, and I don't expect you would. But we need each other's help to get off this island now. Since both of us are technically still producers, we can activate the switch if we work together. We don't even have to take Damien down, though I doubt he'd let us use it that easily. Can you trust me enough for that? Honestly, I don't know. Part of me wants to trust Cat, the same part that unconsciously remembers that I did for years and years. But how can I forget that betrayal, even if she had her reasons? Sure. I'll keep an eye on her. I almost sucked her for a pretty face. When we got back to the mansion, Cat made a beeline for the lab. I ran with her as fast as I could. Our footsteps on the winding metal staircase echoed like a thundering drum. We were about to see the real reason why the show is on this island. Cat took out her magic key and slid into a hidden socket at the wall behind one of the tanks. Click. Don't say I didn't warn you. The same wall split into 2 doors, slowly revealing another hidden staircase. You think you guys could get an elevator instead? I said the same thing. As soon as I took one step down the staircase, I could tell something was different. Something was telling me that I shouldn't go down there. Come on, we don't have time to waste. I've got nothing to lose. With each step down, it grew darker and darker. Eventually, I couldn't even see my hand in front of my face. Then, light. Blinding light. And... applause? Welcome, welcome, you finally made it. Damien's face was plastered over countless screens in a stadium that could fill tens of thousands of people. Countless cameras littered the seats, all focused on center stage, a battleground sprawling with maze-like walls of all shapes and sizes, littered with guns. Next to the walls, we couldn't see Damien directly, but we knew he was here from the screens. We wouldn't have a show without you, idiots, so I'm glad you actually came back. Aw, man, you couldn't even bring back the others? You're no fun. You just really gotta make me work, huh? Anyway, congrats on making it this far, etc., etc. Gotta say, I'm proud of you for making it here, daughter of mine. I'm impressed that you remembered your old haunt just from a few seconds of video. No thanks to you, you dirtbag. Then anyway, thanks someone who gives you room and board. You gave Sunny a way nicer room than I ever got. Blame your mom for that one, kid. Anyway, how about you be a dear and explain the game we've got going on here? The switch we're looking for is somewhere here. The problem is, so is Damien. He's got a gun, and more ammunition than he needs to kill both of us. What about the weapons on the ground? Maybe there's something we use to level the playing field? That's all we can do, but the odds aren't in our favor. Most of the weapons laying around are useless. They were meant to make people lose hope that they could fight back. Most is better than all of them, at least. I dropped the lid. Well, yes and no. There's no way to lose if they knew all of them were fake. That's Damien's MO. He'll give the people trapped on his shows just enough hope for escape, and he'll use that to trap you. Real guns among the fakes, both in planes when you're trapped on an island. If you're going to make it through this, that you can't fall for his game. Understand? Loud and clear. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. We ran from wall to wall, taking cover between each time. Whenever we had the chance, we'd pick up what looked like a gun and see if it was real. We had seconds to check for each one. Damien was hot on our trail. A gunshot rang out, blowing a hole through the wall Cat and I were hiding behind. What's the matter? You like two rats in a lab? He fired again, and shrapnel from the wall scraped my arm. Fuck! It was like my arm had been lit on fire. Sonny, you okay? I'll live, don't worry. We need to find a weapon. And we need to find the switch. We ran behind another wall, narrowly dodging another shot from Damien. It dawned on me that he wasn't even trying to hit us. He was trying to make us scared. It was working. But why? He's reloading. Come on. We dashed out from behind a wall and ran past Damien, looking desperately for the switch and for any weapons we could find. Managed to pick up 2 pistols. Cat did the same. Damn, looks like they're fake too. How's yours looking? I took a look at the first one. Upon further inspection, it was clear it was no more than a plastic toy. But the second one, Cat realized it the same second I did. It was real, with a single bullet loaded. Alright, that's good. Let's... Another 2 shots rang out, blowing a hole in the wall just next to where my head was a second ago. Fuck, how did he get that fucking hand... How come he gets that fucking hand cannon? Well, I just gotta go somewhere, I guess. Anyway, we've got the gun. That's probably the only real one in the stadium. We need to find the switch now. Even with the gun, we're no match for him. Sounds good to me. We ran further through the stadium, opposite the entrance, until we were square in the middle of the stadium. And there it was. The switch! You'd think they'd have hit it better. Damien's laughter echoed through the arena as he reappeared on the screens above the arena. Congrats, you found the switch. It's a damn shame. I forgot to mention something about this switch here. Won't do jack shit, even if we both have access, as long as I've got a heartbeat. And I plan on sticking around. But I'm not heartless. In fact, I think I'm a pretty decent guy for what I'm about to do. Cat looked like she had just seen a ghost. Cat, Sonny, I've got an offer you can't refuse, but only one of you can claim it. If either of you kills the other one, I'll let the one left standing go. Shit. We'll forget this ever happened and call it a wrap on Find Love or Die Trying. I'll even let the survivor leave the island. I can even guarantee that I'm telling the truth, because this is airing live to the world right now. People bow down and get in line because I tell them the truth, because they know I keep my word. They wouldn't believe me for a second if I ever went back on it, you know? Not a bad deal, huh? Especially considering that if no one takes that offer, I'll just kill both of you. I'm giving you 5 minutes to decide, then I'm coming for you. The screen shut off. Cat and I looked at each other, a mix of horror and fear on her face, and there was no doubt that mine mirrored hers. Sonny, I can't imagine what's racing through your head right now. You probably think I'm going to betray you again, right? I was at a loss for words. You don't have to say anything. Look, you can't blame me for doubting me. And honestly, if you just shot me right now, I'd be okay with it. Because then, you'd be free to go. I know Damien will keep his word. Godless music. But if there's even the slightest chance that you want me to be able to escape from here too, then I need to ask you something that I know sounds insane. What's that? Fuck. I need you to give me the gun. The only real one we've got. Look, I'm not stupid enough to not know how that sounds. The simple reality is I've known you for so long now, and one thing I know about you is that you're a terrible shot. Me, I'm as good as you can get on this island. I think I'm our best bet taking him down. But I understand completely if you're not willing to trust me. If you think I'm lying, I get it. And if you don't trust me... She closed her eyes and pressed her fingers against her forehead. And please, just make it quick. The gun in my hands never felt so heavy. On one hand, I guarantee that I can make it out of here alive. On the other, trusting Kat. Can I trust Kat after all that she's done to me? Can I really believe her words when the memories that can prove or deny them are lost to me? I've got no time. I have to choose. We're saving this. We are saving this. Because if we fuck up, we're going back and we're figuring it out. I trust Kat. I trust Kat. Maybe I'm stupid, but I'm a sucker for a pretty face. I trust you, Kat. I held out the gun to her. You do? After everything I've done? After everything you've done? Yes, I still trust you. I know you've been forced to do some awful things to people that didn't deserve it, but I know there's good in you, and I believe in that good. Take it. Thank you, Sonny. She took the gun from my hands. I won't let you down. Well, if you do, it's not like I'd be around for long enough to regret it. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let's do this. We decided to seek Damien out and try to get the drop on him, rather than waiting for him at the switch. My heart was practically beating out of my chest. I couldn't tell if Kat was as nervous as I was. If she was, she hit it with the same... What? Sorry. There's that Pepsi. If she was, she hit it with the same poker face she always had. We dashed to another wall for cover, looked around, and repeated. How much time has passed? It feels like we've been looking for him for hours with the pressure, though I know it can't be more than a few minutes. As the minutes passed by, I could tell Kat was growing more and more impatient. She trained her gun wherever she looked, her trigger finger ready to shoot our only bullet at any time. Left, right. I glanced around, then looked at her, and back again. Her hands were shaking. Look left, look right. We've only got one shot to make or break it. Look back to Kat. She's checking a corner ahead for us. She looks left, she looks right. It takes everything I have to stay focused. Don't think about dying, not even the possibility. She turns to look back at me. Oh no. Damien's walking closer and closer from behind her with his gun resting on his shoulder. He can't be more than 10 meters away. He slowly lifts the gun off from its resting position. Before I know it, I'm running towards her with everything I have. Something is making me run. Something I've forgotten. Something I'm just starting to remember. It's the two of us at the beach. I can see it now. How many hours has it been? We made it to the ship, but it wasn't enough. The alarms were deafening. Security was going to be here any minute. And our only saving grace, our ship wouldn't start. That's it then. I never heard Kat ever sound so desperate. Well, at least we tried, right? Who else can say that? She lowered her head and leaned on me. No, we're not giving up just yet. There's something we can do, Sonny. The engine's broken, and the guards will be here any minute. We've got at least some weapons. It's not over yet. I grabbed the precious few firearms we had and split them between us. There's 2 of us, and hundreds of them. There's no point. Not to mention, you're a terrible shot. You're right. Taking them head-on would be suicide. But that's not what you'll be doing. Me, I'm just some nobody. But you're the big man's daughter, after all. Your word means a lot to them. She was horrified. I'd be too if I were in her shoes right now. No, I won't let you do this, Sonny. We don't have a choice. Look around. Look, I'm not happy either. But us both dying. But us both dying here would be worthless. But if you live, you get a second chance to make it out of here. A second chance to see the other side. I know, but what's the point if it's not with you? You have to find that out yourself. They're almost here. Come on, we're running out of time. Her hands were shaking. It looked like she was going to drop her gun any second. I hate you for this, you know. I know, and I'm sorry. She slowly raised her arms and trained the gun's sights directly at me. And now, we wait. Can you do me a favor? What's that? Don't shoot the face, please. I'm rather proud of it. I don't know what I'd do without my supernaturally good looks. She laughed at her tears. I would have still loved you, even without them. Right back at you, Cat. She kissed me for the last time. I love you, Sonny. I love you too. Sorry, but it's gonna be the face. Let me just take off the safety. Wait, I didn't sign up for this. I heard my favorite sound. One last time. I can hear the guards coming now. We have only seconds left. On the bright side, I won't know you doing Belks. Our bet? She laughed. I think it's pretty clear who won the bet. I can see the guards now. My time is up. It makes you say, you did it. I'm alive. Everything hurts so bad, I almost wish I wasn't. The shock must have knocked me out cold. I coughed up blood as my vision flashed in and out rapidly, too fast to tell if I'd been fatally shot. That's all I could do to try to stay conscious. It's as you said, Father. Anyone who breaks our law must be punished. I could just barely make out her voice, but it brought comfort to me. Really do take after me. You've made your old man very, very proud. Oh, well, look at that. Looks like our little hero's got some life left. You know, Sonny, you're in luck. See, the whole escaping thing, I'm afraid I'm going to have to fire you. No severance. I tried to make a witty comment back, but the only thing that came out of my mouth was coughed up blood. But you're in luck. A new opportunity just opened up, and I think... That noise scared the shit out of me. He kicked me in the stomach, then rolled me over with his foot. You'd be the perfect fit. He laughed as he crushed my palm under his foot. You might think I'm going soft on you. Good night. I don't know if he's going to bed. You might think I'm going soft on you by not killing you outright. He looked down at me, then back at her. But mark my words, you'll both wish I had. Do whatever you want. I don't care about Sonny anymore. He left maniacally. I never did like Sonny much anyway. My vision's fading. His words turned to vapor as I could feel myself crumble into nothing. The last thing I saw was her face. She was holding the river back with everything she had. Were you going to fool with a poker face like that? Cat. I love you. Always have. Always will. I'm so sorry for what I forced you to do. Even more so, I'm so sorry that you'll be all alone now. But I hope one day you'll understand. Flashback to reality, I've almost reached Cat. I pushed myself to run faster and faster, faster than I've ever ran in my life. Cat doesn't see him, but she sees the alarm going off in my eyes. Damien points his gun at his daughter. He's preparing to take the shot. Cat starts to turn around, but there's no time. Damien's finger pulls back on the trigger. What am I doing? I see the world turn to slow motion. Why am I throwing away my life for Cat? These memories, they're mine, yet not at the same time. Who can say if I'm the same person as before, who loved her so much? Who can say if these memories form a completely different me compared to what I am now? There's no time for answers. Even if I've forgotten you over and over, somehow I remember you, and I know that I would do anything for you. I run past Cat and throw myself in front of her, because I love her. The gunshot rings out. It's like my body is struck by lightning and set aflame. Fires again and again. Undescribable pain ripples across my body as shot after shot rips through me. It's not like the movies where someone can stand after being shot over and over. The firing stops. My vision starts to fade. I can barely hear him reloading over the sound of my body screaming in agony. My knees buckle. I start to fall. As I fall, I can see Cat with her gun trained on Damien. There's no fear in her eyes. Her hands aren't shaking, but she's biting her lips so hard that I can see it bleeding. The last thing I see before the dark takes me is her finger pressing down on the trigger. Wake up, Sonny. Please, please don't die. What's happening? Am I alive? I never heard her sound so desperate. Please, just wake up. I can't lose you again. Not again. I took everything I had, just opened my eyes and breathed. Cat was cradling me in her arms with tears streaming down her face. Thank God, don't pass out again. You almost gave me a heart attack. Sorry, Cat. I coughed up blood. Save your strength. Did you get him? We did. That's great. The switch. We should be able to get it now, but you're in no shape to walk. To be honest, I'm not in the best shape either. I looked up at her and felt my heart drop. You've been shot. She laughed. Yeah, now that I know what it feels like. I'm even more sorry for shooting you back then on the beach. There was nothing else you could have done, Cat. That didn't stop me from regretting it every second of these past 2 years. That day I made a promise to myself. It didn't matter how many people I'd have to hurt, or how much I would have to hurt. I'd get you off this island, alive and well, even if it was the last thing I did. If I had to see you fall in love with somebody else 100 times. Even if I knew it meant I could never be with you again. I made a promise back then. We are bleeding out, guys. We don't have time for this. And I'll keep it even if it kills me. Slowly, Kat tried to lift me off from the ground and onto her back. She screamed and coughed up blood as she tried to lift me up. Stop, you're gonna get yourself killed. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. She lifted me onto her back and took one step back towards the switch. I told myself back then. She stepped forward again, her legs were trembling. That if you weren't leaving this island alive, neither would I. Another step closer. Because I love you, you know? One more step. I know you don't remember most of our time together. Her breath was getting ragged. She'd take several steps, then have to pause for breath. Honestly, I'm glad you remembered bits and pieces. I'm grateful for whatever I can get. The switch is in sight. Maybe the you I fell in love with doesn't even exist anymore. We're so close to it, yet so far. I'd like to believe it's still you, Sunny. That you're still the same Sunny that I fell in love with. You're just steps away from the switch. I'm still the one you love. She laughed bitterly. It's just wishful thinking, I know. We're here. We made it. She coughed up blood again. You need to put your hand on the scanner. Can you do that? Got it. I used the last of my strength to reach my hand forward. With every inch I drew closer to it, my vision grew darker. I pushed harder and harder with everything I had. Got it. My turn. Done. All that's left is to pull the switch. Sorry, Sunny. I'm gonna have to put you down for a second. No problem. Kat gently rested me on the ground. Fuck, I can really stand now. She tumbled towards the switch. She managed to catch it with her hands and used it to keep herself upright. Here we go. The moment we'd all been waiting for. She pulled it with the last of her strength. A second later, she fell to the ground by my side. The cacophony of machinery filled the stadium. That must be the barrier opening. I did it, Sunny. I'm sorry, Sunny. What for? I don't think we're getting out of here after all. I can't even move. It's okay. We had a good run, you know? I guess you could say that. At least the girls would be able to get out of here. They deserve better than to die here. Yeah. I love you, Sunny. I always have and always will. For these last 2 years, I dreamed of us starting a new life together, somewhere far from here. But I guess life's not like the movies. Dreams don't come true. I wish we could have met in a different place, a different time. Maybe, just maybe then, Sunny, Kat? Kat? Her eyes were closed. Streams of tears ran down from both of her eyes. My vision blurred even more as tears welled from my eyes. If we could have met in a different place, a different time, I'm sure our story would have been so different. I wish we could have, Kat. I tried to move closer to her, but my body refused. It was all I could do to move my head around. I looked around in futility for some kind of miracle that could save us both. This is too sad an ending. But I looked to Kat. I looked to the heavens, which had all but abandoned us. I looked behind us, and I saw what can only be described as angels. I tried to speak it, but no words would come out. I must be dreaming. I must be... Hey! The world turned to black. Am I dead? If I keep asking myself that, it's bound to be right sooner or later. But somehow I think there's more to come in my story. And I know there's one person that I want to spend the rest of it. I love you. Ah! Too many options. I feel like we have to go with Kat. I've liked Kat since the beginning. Like, all the other ones are nice, but... And, like, we obviously have established connections with them. But... it's gotta be Kat. Gotta be Kat. I woke up in an unfamiliar room. You say unfamiliar, but that's very obviously a hospital room, man. Is the room shaking? I try to get up. Ow, fuck. I look down at my body. I've been bandaged up enough to look like a mummy. But I'm alive. Sonny, you're up. Hey, Yui. Where are we? We're on the boat. We're miles away from the island by now. That's a relief. Everyone's okay? I'll let you be the judge of that. You ran off and came back a few moments later. Everybody's here. You had us worried, Sonny. I'm so glad to see you're alright. You didn't make it easy to save you either. Oh, and if you find yourself craving brains or bananas, that's entirely unrelated to how I treated you. I'm just thankful it worked. So good to see you safe and sound, Sonny. If you died after all we've been through, I'd kill you. But I'm really happy that you're here for me to say that too. You did great, Sonny. The Resistance could use somebody like you. Besides, it doesn't look like you have a real job anymore, huh? Thanks, guys. You really stuck out your neck to save Kat and I can never thank you enough. It's what you do for us, Sonny. Indeed, we ran after you two just moments after you'd left. There's no point in us escaping if it wasn't with you, Sonny. Yeah, I know Kat said not to, but hey. I didn't remember that at the time, so it's all good. We managed to save the Brothers 5, too. I couldn't just let them be stranded after, well, all that we'd been through together. I'm glad to hear that. There's no way we could have escaped without them. I nervously looked around the room. Is Kat? Kat's doing well, too. She's resting in the room next door. She didn't think you wanted to see her. I see. Thanks for letting me know, Yui. I should be thanking you. None of us would have made it off the island if it wasn't for you and Kat. It's true, despite whatever you may hear Tara say. I'm just saying, I have a pretty mean right hook. It's so good to see you all. I've got no idea what the world ahead has for each of us, but whatever it has in store, we'll face it together. You bet. I'm surprised you can say that with a straight face, but yes. Wouldn't have it any other way. I could really use you as a PR person for the Resistance, Sonny. You've got a thing for speeches. Wait a minute, if everyone's here and Kat's next door, who's driving the boat? Everyone looked at Tara. And that's a serious exit for Terabyte. She ran off like a cartoon character. We laughed together. It felt like it's been so long since we could just laugh. No cameras, no fear, just friends fooling around. Anyway, it's so good to see you're okay. That said, team, we need to give Sonny some time to rest. Once again, I'm not trying to quarantine you because we didn't use this zombie virus unique properties to save you. Thanks, Scarlet. And thank you, everybody, for coming to see me. Don't mention it. We're all in this together, and all that, right? See you later, Sonny. Alright, enough of that cheese. Get out before Sonny turns... before Sonny needs rest. Yes. Anyway, with that, I was alone. Whew, I thought they'd never leave. Hey, Scarlet, what's up? Nothing, I just... She was hiding a syringe behind her back. I need to give you a shot for good luck. Right. I put my arm out forward. Well, the doctor knows best. I'm not a doctor. She injected the good luck in my arm. I just want to say thanks again. My life went off the rails back at the island even before the show. That's putting it lightly. She left. I know if I stayed there, I never would have been truly happy for the rest of my life. I never would have been able to help people ever again. So, thank you again, Sonny. You've been out, so there's no way you'd know, but today's the day that would have been the last day of the show. The final ceremony where you asked one of the girls to be with you. I'm not saying anyone's rushing for a proposal, but I think everyone wants to hear an answer from you. That kind of decision takes some time to think over, so I figured you need a little space. Thanks, Scarlet. You're right. It's my pleasure. She kissed me on the cheek. Well, I'll see you later. See you, Scarlet. And I was alone in the room. It's a tough choice, but it's one I know I have to make. They're all such incredible people. I'd be lucky to be with any of them. Anyone would. I sat in silence for a time, both resting and contemplating what to do. A life of excitement with Allie, a life of rediscovery with Scarlet, a life enjoying the simple things with Yui, a life challenging our limits with Violet, a life of freedom with Tara, and then I just knew. I got up from the bed, I walked to the door of my room, and looked for the room next to mine. There. I looked through the window, and I just knew. I opened the door. Hey. Hey, Sunny. You look like hell. You don't look much better. I'm surprised your face is intact. It's survived a lot now, hasn't it? Yeah. You know, the girls are hoping to ask one of them out today. They'll get the wrong idea if they see you here. I came here for you, Kat, and only you. You've been there for me, from even before I can remember meeting you. There's no way I could have ever gotten off this island, or anyone else could have if it wasn't for you. And I know that there's so much we have to figure out, and so much we don't know in this world. But I know I want to face that world with you. Kat. It's cute. Tears are streaming down her face. I didn't want to hope for it. I walked next to her and got down on one knee. I tried so hard to convince myself that it would never happen. It was just too painful to even hope. I don't have a ring or anything, but I'm sure I can get one later. You don't need a ring. Will you marry me? Yes, yes, yes. I love you, Kat. I love you too, Sunny. More than you could ever know. Wherever life takes you, is where I'll go. We held each other close and kissed for the first time in years. Memories flooded back with each passing moment. The day we met, our first kiss, fights in the rain, making up, joy of just being with the person you love. The day I proposed to her, the first time. And now today, I'm sure there's many more to come. Here's to making new memories together, Kat. I love you. That's sweet. We did it! We beat the game! Look at us go. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I wonder what would have happened if I picked somebody else. The stream's already fairly long. We're at 2 hours, almost 20 minutes. So we won't do this today, but maybe if you guys want it, I'll do another little, maybe I'll just record it, I don't know. I'll do a little thingamabop and see the other endings. But for now, thank you all for watching. If you missed any of the previous parts, I mean, you just saw the ending, so you've definitely spoiled yourself. But the videos are down in the description. Go watch them there. Well, in the description of this. I don't know. Just go to the channel. You'll see it. On my YouTube. Right there. Pretty easy to find. I've got a whole playlist, so go watch them. And we'll be back with Hades next week. Well, wait, no. Not next week, because it is Thanksgiving. So I won't be... I might do some, like, other streams before then, but I'm gonna be, not at the dorm, so I'll be away from my computer. So maybe some streams next week. We'll kind of see, play it by ear. Might just do some, like, weekend stuff, and, like, maybe Monday or Tuesday I'll do something. Probably not Tuesday, because that's the day I'm leaving, but, we'll do something leading up to it. And then, the week after, we'll have Hades again. And then I don't know. See, I'm thinking Honey Pop, because I got Honey Pop for Halloween because it was like $2, which is awesome, and I've always wanted to play. A long time ago, I did watch a playthrough of it, but all I really remember is that it's like a match game, so. Wait, what? Be stupid careful about terms of service? Oh yeah! I forgot. Because Honey Pop is... God, like... Yeah. That's true. Maybe I shouldn't. I forgot about that. Cause yep, I forgot about that. Maybe I'll just record that. That way I can edit out stuff. I completely forgot. I don't know. We'll figure out a game to play. So yeah, if you want to watch Honey Pop, I'll probably just record that, because I completely forgot how bad that can get. So I'll have to edit that out, so I can't do that on stream. And then I'll figure out another game to play, I guess. I don't know. We'll pick a game. We'll figure it out. I got lots of games. Lots of games. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But for now, thank you all for watching. It has been a lovely time. Yeah. I'll catch y'all later.